Hello everybody, and welcome back. This is episode 6 of MsMuffinMan Plays MuffinCraft, not Hermit Pack, like I said in the last episode. My bad. It's just such a catchy intro, I guess. I don't know. So I've been looking around, so we can get started on this, and I was like, alright, what do I remember? I remember we need an inscriber, and I remember we need we're gonna need a charger. However, to get those, we need a Flux Crystal. And to get the Flux Crystal, we need charged Certus Quartz. And I'm like, do I have charged Certus Quartz? I have Certus Quartz. I do not have charged Certus Quartz. To get charged Certus Quartz, we need Certus Quartz and a charger. But to get the charger, we need charged Certus Quartz. The only other way to get is to mine. So I gotta go mining, basically, until I find charged, one charged Certus Quartz, basically, and then we can get the charger. And from there we can go. But just in general, I do not have enough Certus Quartz to do any of this. So the other thing I was thinking is we could get Certus Quartz seeds. Of course, it's going to be pretty difficult because, as we remember from the rubber, which was a tier 1, these things grow really slow. And not to mention, we need a lot of essence to begin with. So I'm going to go mining first, get us started, but we will in the future definitely grow Certus Quartz, I think. It just makes sense to do. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go mining. Catch you guys in a bit. Oh my gosh, finally. Oh, I've literally been mining for about 6 hours looking for this stupid charged Certus Quartz. And I finally got one, and I used Fortune 3 on it to get 2 out of it, which is the bare minimum that we needed. So now we just gotta throw this in water. This should do fine right here. Oh, that's not water. And that should give us water. And there we go. And we have 4 Flux crystals. Oh, I guess maybe one was the bare minimum. Either way, we can make the charger. And then we can use the Certus Quartz we have, which is still not a lot, but it should be enough just to get us started. So to get the charger, we just need iron. I mean, I was mining so much that even like if we didn't have iron before, we'd definitely be totally solid now. We just want one of those. Save these Flux crystals for later. The real question I am actually wondering now is can this run on industrial craft power? I don't think it can. So before we do anything, we might have to get a power system set up that deals with RF power again, which would kind of be a pain. But this should give me the bat box full of power, right? I just want to test, like, if I put it down there. Oh, okay, so it does connect. Does it actually like visually connect, or is it just? Yeah. Okay, so no, we don't have to do that. I'm really glad about that because that would have been a pain. Okay, great. So now we can just charge crystals, right? Like if I grab half a stack of this nonsense. Oh, right, it's like that. And it tells me when it's going to change. I think it takes 15 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, then we can take it out, charge a new one. Really a pain in the ass. Wait, why did that one go so much faster? Okay, so suddenly these are going a lot quicker. I have no problem with that. Okay, whatever, we got a few more here. Okay, so now that we have that, our goal is, what is our goal? What's it called? We don't need a controller yet. Right now all we need is a drive, which is going to take iron, these cables, which is going to take pure. Pure is the better way to do it because it essentially doubles how many we have. So what we need is fluix seeds made from fluix dust and sand to a puddle of water to make the process faster. Add growth crystal accelerators, and we definitely want growth crystal accelerators. So that's our new goal, growth crystal accelerators, which take iron, glass, and fluix block. Okay. Oh, but it's only 4 of these. And then this stuff. That can be nether quartz. So we're definitely going to use nether quartz for that. Let's macerate half a stack. Okay, while that's macerating, what's the other part we could do? We need to make more of these. Right, so charged Certus quartz, 1, 2, 3, 4. Need redstone, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have those guys. So let's make some more flux crystals real fast. Should be pretty easy. And drop, drop, drop. That should give us 8, right? And there it is. There we go. All right, that's a solid amount. And not really. I mean, like, that's a good starting amount. Because this is gonna be a process. But it's good. It's good. This can help us go a long way. So we need to make these. For that we need quartz fiber. How do we get quartz fiber? Glass. Can there be any glass? I hope there can be any glass. I have glass in here. So, oh good. 3 of it's already ready. So we can do that and that. And that gives us that. The quartz fiber we needed. And that actually gives us 4, so we're not going to make extra of that unless we have to. And so now we need to wait for 10 more of this. We have the glass, we have the iron, we have the cable. I need to make a block of this stuff. Excellent. Oh, but this is only making 1. Well, what am I thinking? We need a lot of these. Oh, okay. We need 4, 3. I don't know. Basically, the more you add, the faster it goes. So I think I usually do about 3. 3's a good number to start with. So I'm going to craft these guys up because it's going to take, I'm going to have to charge up some more source quartz, drop them in, macerate, a bunch of stuff. Catch you guys in just a second when I have these, probably 3 done. And I did it! Yay. Okay, so we got all 3 of them. It ended up taking not nearly as much time as I thought because we had every other ingredient basically. It took enough time to macerate everything. So now we have 3 crystal growth accelerators. And we need to make seeds out of that. There we go. These are the things we need. Certus quartz seeds, nether quartz seeds, ooh, and flux seeds. Basically, but to do that we need to set these guys up somehow. I don't know if these guys will connect to these types of cables. There's no good way to check really. Oh wait. We have a wrench in here now, don't we? So we can just... How do we... There we go. Okay, so now what we can do... what was if we plop this guy here, device offline. I guess rather check the connection. Okay, it doesn't connect. More or less suspected that, but just wanted to be sure. Is that going up? That's going up. That's doing things, that's doing things. Jeez, okay. I need to stop placing torches everywhere. Okay, so basically now what I need to do is get a place to put this, and we need a energy converter, so energy, these things, acceptors. What is it? Energy acceptor. Yeah, we need one of these, which is, we have everything for that, I think. Yes, we do. Okay, so now if I put that guy here, this guy here, and then connect it with this, maybe not with that. There we go. So that'll work. Not crazy good, but you know, it'll do. So I'm gonna grab this bat box and just kind of see what we're working with here. What kind of power drain? Let's sleep first. I don't want to get randomly blown up by a creeper. Or attacked by a zombie, for that matter. So let's just sleep real quick. Alright, that's done. And now we just kill whatever's out here. Alright, good stuff. I'm gonna go to this side just because it'll take whatever's on the other side of this river to get to me longer. Okay. There we go. Got him. Alright, let's... There we go. Make that easy. Okay, let's start with the bat box. The bat box can go right there. Then we put the energy acceptor right there. And we put... I got 2 cables, so let's do this. And then So that's online, but like, do we know what the power drain is? Out, 32 EUs per tick. Huh. Okay, so that's not exactly a very good test. I realize now. Does this work on anything? No, I'm just rotating this shit. Oh, but I can rotate this. Oh, interesting. So it doesn't connect to the sides. Interesting. Little question. There we go. Got it back. Let's see, I can use this to make more cable. So that's that. How do we... Whoa. Okay, that would have been bad. Come on, get in the water. Come on, buddy. Get in the water so that you don't destroy anything when you blow up. There we go. I'd rather just him blow up and do no damage than him actually destroy some of my blocks here. Okay, that's not at all where I wanted that. Luckily, these are easy to mine out. So if we put that there, I'm going to grab this and that, and this and that. That's fine. That'll work. Let's see. If I put the bat box, I can put the bat box up there, and then make it output at the bottom, and then we take this cable, and now all these should be online. Okay, perfect. Now what we need to do is grab, oh actually I have another quartz dust so we can test it. And we have sand. Boom, so that makes 2 seeds. It's at 0%, and I believe all we do is drop them in there. I believe. It's been a little while since I've done AE, so I could be wrong. And we could just be doing weird things, throwing random seeds in the water. But all these are online. Bat box is drained quickly. Let's fill the bat box back up just so we can do that. And we'll keep an eye on that in a moment. Let's check on the macerator real quick and then macerate the fluix things we have here. Because those are really the most important. So like let's macerate 12. And meanwhile let's make more of these guys. I don't really need it for these, but it's just a matter, it's just for testing purposes really. Because nether quartz I can get in the nether pretty easily. Like, I mean, you guys know, nether quartz isn't hard to come by. Especially in modded, especially when I can fly, especially when I have vein miner. So, that's pretty simple. We definitely need a bigger, better power situation going on. Because that bat box isn't going to last very long. As we already saw, it was kind of drained pretty quick, right? Like, let's check on it now. I think it can only output 32 at most, so it's kind of limited in that sense. But all of these are online, which I guess is all we really need. And yeah, look at that. You can already see one of them is bigger now than the other ones we threw in. So 3 seems to be like a pretty good number, at least in my experience. If we get to like a lot later in the game, I'll end up getting like a whole setup going, and we'll have a lot of them. But for right now, this is more like just so we don't have to wait as long. But yeah, so I'm gonna make a bunch of seeds basically, drop them all in there, and we'll just kind of go from there. Hey everybody. Alright, so I did everything we said I would do. I finished all these seeds. Now we have over a stack of pure source quartz, we have 46 pure fluix crystals, and we have these 28 nether quartz crystals as well, and 2 quartz glass left over. So now let's look at the ME drive and see what's next up on the list. So we can make this now, and we have iron, so we need these. And that's what we need the inscriber for, which I kind of figured was coming up. And that's going to be redstone, basically the inscriber. Okay, so inscriber, here we go. Sticky pistons, iron ingots, okay. Not too bad, although I am finding that I don't have any cobblestone. Like anywhere, so I'm gonna go down here, grab some of that real quick. And yeah, as you notice, that room might have changed a little bit. I gave us a little bit of room, some setup. Wow, that made absolutely no sense. I made the room a little bit bigger so that we could have a bit more of a setup in there for our AE stuff that we're going to do by hand here before we obviously have a better base. I'll quickly explain what's going on here. Is we used to have the drum feeding directly into geothermal. I made a second geothermal because I feel like we're going to need more power soon. And then I have them, instead of these guys feeding directly into the cable, I decided to put the bat boxes in between them. So they have like their own little buffer of 24,000. Now there's another buffer of 40,000, and we can always access these whenever we need to. And then they still feed into the system. So it's better. It's definitely better this way. Okay, so I got the cobblestone I needed. What else does a piston take? A piston also takes planks. So let's just grab planks of wood. Piston takes redstone. I know there's redstone right here. But we're going to need a lot of redstone anyway. And iron. And how many can we make? 16? Let's do it. And then mob drops, slime. Ooh, okay. Good thing I only need 2 of them. Boom. And I think we actually have everything else. Yep, there we go. Okay. And this should also work off this power. I want to run it all the way to here, but I don't have the cables right now, so we're going to plop this guy right there. And it does indeed work. So, oh, that's weird. That's still connected up top there. So to get the drive, we needed those logic ones, right? Oh, engineering. But to get those, we need printed silicon first, and we need printed engineering circuits. So we'll start with the silicon, because I think I'm going to need to produce silicon somehow first. The only way is to get it through the sag mill, which we don't have, which takes RF power. Okay. We get a lot of it, though. Like, from clay we could get it. From redstone ore we can get it. From sand, that's like the way most people do it, is you get sand, you get silicon. That's the only way to get... that's such a pain. Okay, well let's go for this then. Let's grab our engineering press. So we need the engineering press and just diamonds. I can do that. That part's easy. Where do I keep my diamonds? My diamonds are in here. I don't think it lets you do stacks at all. Like I think it's a one at a time thing. Engineering press. Here we go. But I'll demonstrate real quick. That goes in there. You just shift click it. It's slow, but it does the job. And yeah, and I can only shift click one at a time. So I can set this up with conduits or whatever to take it in faster. But that's not really necessary at this point. Because right now we're just trying to get like the basic going, but the fact that I need to make a sag mill is kind of a pain. I'm just gonna put all our E stuff in here for now. What does it take to make a sag mill? Okay, easy. We have these machine chassis. That takes this thing. The problem is it runs on RF, but I guess I can do it. I think we can do that. Let's see. Gold nuggets, copper ingot. Actually, just need one of those. And 2 redstone. I'm defeated a little bit by this, just because I really didn't want to use RF at all. At least not for a little while. Not at all. That's extreme. Half this pack is definitely going to be RF, but it's just RF's like what everyone does these days, and I just kind of want to get away from it for a little while. Because RF is just, I don't know, I like the industrial craft stuff, and just yeah, that's all I want to do. Just whatever. Where do I keep my flint? We need 1, 2, 3 flint. And yay, we have a second. That was easier than I actually expected it to be. I'm surprised the crusher doesn't work, but I guess Sagma's just a better version of the crusher anyway, so let's put that in there, and let's drop a stack of sand in there. It's not going to be fast, but it is going to get a silicon. Boom. So now we put that guy in here, and we actually need to get the right press. Should probably move this chest. I don't know if it keeps its inventory. I'm not going to risk that right now. But we're getting pretty close to making this drive, and unfortunately I think that's going to have to do it for the episode when we finish the drive, because that'll basically take all the time. But We can put speed upgrades in these, which we might look into, but I think they take also like obviously some more of this printed silicon stuff. And I left the other thing there. I really need to move that chest over. Gotta grab these. I need to find something to eat here in a second. And that. And while that's doing its thing, let's look at what we can eat. Can we eat steak? No. Can we eat corn? Yes. Fruit punch. There we go. Hey, we got one of them. Alright, next one. And that gives us what we need for the drive. Let's see here. How's this spelled? Okay. These guys don't have them on me. They're over here. Because I moved everything over here like an idiot. Actually, we don't have any cables left, do we? How do we make those again? This 3 pulverized? Okay. And then these guys. Actually, wait, was it different if it's pure? No, it's the same thing. Kind of annoying. Let's put the press back. And then we needed iron. Okay. Well, okay, I said that wasn't going to be fast, but that was really fast. I know we have a lot of silicon, so that's kind of good. I was making charcoal over here, so let's drop that in there. So that's ready to power whenever we need it. I'm all over the place. What do I want to do? What was I doing? Cables, for which we needed macerated nether quartz. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to macerate the pure stuff, because obviously we put work into getting that. But see how now this one's flickering because it's going to slowly turn on and off because it's powering this and it's drawing a lot of power. So that works out. And we actually still have a decent amount of lava left, so we won't have to go back for quite a while. And that's good. And let's see here. That should be done in just a second. And then we can make more of these cables. Well, more of these first. Actually, for that I need more glass. Do I have more glass? I was making glass as well. Yes, here we go. Meanwhile, let's put that away. Alright, I'm just going to prep that. There we go. Is this done yet? It is done. Good stuff. Let's put this over here. And now grab 2 more of those. And we needed these for, oh, to make the drive. Not connecting these to anything. How is that not an achievement? Oh well. So we got a drive. It's kind of useless on its own though. What we need next, actually we already have the energy acceptor, but we need to fill this drive with something. So I'm going to cut here, check the time on the video, like last episode, see where we're at. I feel like I've been talking for like ever, but yeah, I'll check the time. We'll just be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and as before, yeah, we're out of time. But as you can see, I did a little bit of things. I made a couple more cables, moved this around. I noticed it's kind of a weird thing that's going on with this inscriber. I'm hesitant to call it a bug directly, maybe it's some user error. But basically I had it over here, and then the cable kept permanently connecting it, like what's doing over here. And I'm suspecting that if it does this, this cable stops working. Because I was having so much trouble getting power to this inscriber, and I finally got it to work in this spot, so I'm done moving it. I'm just going to leave it there, but basically I've been doing some printing. So I set up, this top one's kind of necessary, it just determines what this one is. But when we want to start making these, I can't really insert anything from the bottom, so that's kind of why this one's unnecessary. But for making these preliminary step ones, it's definitely good. And then I'm macerating gold. Let's grab that out of here and put that in there. I want to make actually more of these, so that's why I was grabbing gold. And then we need, which one was the logic is the gold one. So I just kind of drop that. Whatever I plan on doing next, I can just drop in there and then I can take it out. And it'll drop it in for me. So that's kind of nice on there. But this should all be, yeah, so it's going to start doing gold again. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was episode 6 of MsMuffinMan Plays MuffinCraft. In the next episode, don't know where that'll be, because once again I'm traveling. But whenever that comes out, we're going to work on more AE stuff. We have the drive. We need to make these logic things so that we can get the 1K. which is the stepping stone to all the other disk storage cells we need. And for that, we just need these logic processors, and then we can fill this drive with these. That's where they go. And then we still need an interface, and we still need. Actually, I think that's it. I think we only need a drive, and we need something to hook up to the drive. That's like the basic thing we can get going with. Let me look up just to make sure there's nothing crazy that I need to gather before the next episode. Crafting grid. Uncrafting grinder reverses most recipes. Oh, that's kind of cool. Disabled item. Okay. It's not called a crafting grid then. Is it called a grid at all? No. Is it called a screen? No, it's not. What is it called? Huh. I'm looking for something from AE that basically lets us interface with our system. And I can't remember what it's called. Oh, here we go. Terminals, that's right. Emmy calls them terminals. And I want the crafting terminal, not the storage one. Crafting terminal. Okay, so we need a calculation preprocessor, processor, which is Certus Quartz. I can do that. And we need a terminal, which is one of these, a screen, which is doable. And we need annihilation cores. And we need formation cores. Okay. All of that is definitely possible, and we'll definitely do it in the next episode. I know I already said it, but thank you guys so much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.